Thanks for joining us here at Rose Quartz Mediumship for our podcast, where we love, love, love anything and everything healing and metaphysically based. The first time that I heard this proverb, it really struck me. And so I wanted to share it with you and then chat a little bit about it. So there once was this farmer who had a horse who ran away. And the neighbor came over and said to the farmer, "Oh, I'm so sorry that your horse ran away. That's horrible." And the farmer said, "Maybe." And the next day, his horse came back, and he brought with him 7 wild horses. And the neighbor came over, and he said to the farmer, "Wow, what amazing luck you have. You must be so excited that you have such great luck. This is such good news. You got 7 free horses." And the farmer said, "Maybe." And then the next day, the farmer's son went out and started trying to break the wild horses so that they could ride them. And one of the horses bucked him off, and he fell and broke his leg. And so the neighbor comes over, and he says to the farmer, "Oh, what horrible luck you have. I'm so sorry. That's so horrible." And the farmer said, "Maybe." And the next day, the military came by, and they were going to be taking the farmer's son for the draft. And they couldn't because he had a broken leg. And when I heard that proverb, I really loved it, because I think that oftentimes we create stories in our mind where something is good or bad. And when we do that, we are attaching a story and an emotional attachment which really limits our ability to be with the lesson of the situation and to be with the joy that could potentially come. And I think all too often, we put things into categories of good or bad. And it's something that I started practicing a couple of years ago, to not decide that something was good or bad, but to just say, this is an experience that I'm having, and there's some lesson attached to the experience. And so if it's an experience that I'm enjoying, then I'm present with it and I enjoy it. And if it's an experience that I'm not enjoying, then I'm present with it and I look at the lessons attached to it. But I no longer put things into a category of good or bad. It just is an experience that I'm having. And this is the thing, the human experience, we are here for such a short period of time. We get to be alive on this beautiful earth, having this beautiful human experience. We get that. And so what if we just stopped calling things good or bad? What if they were just experiences? What if these beautiful emotions that we get to feel, even the uncomfortable ones, that we saw the beauty in it? And we stopped putting things into these categories of good or bad. Because oftentimes when we put it in a category of good or bad, we've already predetermined how it's going to go for us. And oftentimes we miss being present with the experience. If I've already decided that something is bad, then I can't be present with it. And I can't get to the lesson of it because I'm probably perseverating in a mind-based place about how I'm not enjoying it. What if I was present with it and started looking at the lesson? What is this trying to teach me? How am I meant to grow? How am I meant to heal? Where is the universe trying to direct me? And so I just want to invite you to play with the concept of not putting things into categories of good or bad, but to just be with the experience and allow the experience to be absolutely anything that it's meant to be. And in that place of surrender and in that place of possibility, you might find that your life is a whole lot happier because you're not in resistance to anything that you perceive that's bad. It's just an experience that you're having. When we are in resistance to an experience that we're having because we've decided that it's bad, it's kind of a miserable time. But if you just decide that nothing is good or bad, they're just experiences, and you get to enjoy all of them, then you might find a lot more ease, a lot more balance, and a lot more joy in your life. I really appreciate you being here with us at Rose Quartz Mediumship podcast, and I hope that you have a beautiful morning, day, evening, or night, wherever it is that this podcast reaches you.